Arcade Odge Nodge doing a flat screen. Ugh. Hello and welcome back to Doz's Television Workshop, where today we're looking at this Samsung SyncMaster LT19B300 EW television set monitor type flat panel thing. There it is. Yeah, my brother gave me this when I saw him at Christmas, and he said the lights are on but nobody's home. It was heading towards landfill. Let's see if we can't resurrect it. Right, let's just have a little look at the set. Sadly, I haven't got a remote for it, but hopefully they haven't thrown it out. If we do get the set going, what do we got? Model code LT19B300 EW-EN, made in Romania. Very nice. We've got the power socket. We've got some sort of Vaser mount. Very well populated with the inputs and outputs. We've got component and AV in, stereo audio obviously, PC DVI audio in. Is that a 3.5mm jack in there? Could be. Might be a Toslink, I don't know. We've got good old RGB SCART. We've got an HDMI. This is interesting. This says HDMI in. Of course it does. It's a monitor, you fool. And we've got the old aerial socket for our digital terrestrial. According to the front, allegedly HD TV. So, yeah, let's plug it in and see actually what happens. Yeah, right, on a bit of mains. Where's my socket gone? Oh, it's over there. Right. Circuit breaker is on. We don't even have any lights on, do we? Utterly dead. Let's actually just put it on the lamp limiter and see if it's without the lamps connected, see if it's actually drawing anything like any current. What have we got? 0.04 of an amp. I think these are touch sensor, touch sort of things. Let's just see if we've got any. What I'm looking for here is just any display. It's a little bit grubby. It's been kicking around in the workshop for a little while. What I'm looking for is any signs of a display that might indicate the actual thing's working. But the backlight, oh, we've got a white LED. And that flash. Oh, right. That when I touch the standby, you can see that on there. You see that on that camera? Yes, we can. Look, that is just flashing. What's our current doing? Yeah, much the same. Okay. Right, let's get it in bits. Okay, I've got the set laid out in a couple of 3 microfiber cloths here, so we can try and stop it from getting scuffed. I think the first thing to do is attempt to get off this sort of stand here. Not quite sure how that happens. Normally there's 2 big sort of screws in the middle. Maybe that's not how this works at all. Let's just pull some screws out and see what falls apart. We've got a big one in the centre of the control panel, which is pretty much usual. We've got 3 here. That nice satisfying crack as the screw lets go. Always nice to hear. It means it's been in there a while generally. Yep. Got it. 3 there. I presume then we can sort of try and hinge the thing apart, but I bet it's stuck, screwed fast with the cabinet, with the stand somehow. We can try. Yeah, for sure. This has got to disassemble somehow. Yeah, for sure. Let's use some form of prying tool, shall we, to attempt to get that off. I wonder if I've got any plastic spudgers left. I've got one left that might be sort of some use. All the others are pretty much shot. That does not want to come apart. Oh, it says here release or lock. I wonder if that's important. I shall turn it in the release direction. Ah. Well, sort of released it, I guess. You'd think that would want to go that way a little bit. Should we get violent? This may call for violence. I don't like resorting to violence, but which is what it is. Perhaps there's some method of it coming unclipped. Ah, hang on. You really don't want to damage the set if I can possibly avoid it. Nope, I don't like that. Are we thwarted at the first hurdle? It looks like it's all solid in one piece. Does the set come apart from the other side? Oh, hello. Maybe we've got to work into it this way. There's a million people on the internet shouting at me now, you've got that wrong hand. Oh! I don't think I have. There's a smell about it. Of something that's not right. Okay. I can spot it straight away. So there it is. It's upside down to me and you and everybody else. So let's turn it back up the other way. See if you can spot it. I can smell it, which helps. But yeah. Look at that capacitor. Crustiness on the top. I'm going to zoom in so you can see that a bit better. What do we want? We want a telephoto. Come on, focus me, old mate. You know you want it. Come on, focus, focus. Down here, over it. Come on. No, all right, let's go a bit. Oh, there we go. Look at that. So a bit more light on the subject, and you can just see that capacitor has let go. 10 microfarads at, sorry, 1200 microfarads at 10 volts. Well, that seems reasonable. So let's take this panel out. We've got one, probably 3 screws, slides out that way. I'm just going to make sure that chap there is not holding any nasty zappy surprises, being as we've just had it powered up and the power supply itself was unable to start. So let's have a few volts DC there. Let me go out again so you can see what on earth I'm doing. There we go. Meter set to volts DC. Meter needs a new battery. Greedy. Let me just probe across here. And we've got 20 volts in there. That's not going to kill me. See, that's 450 volts at 100 mic. So 100 mic at 450 volts. That comes out of there. That comes out of there. I'm hoping these two just unscrew from there. Little threaded number. I should put them over here with the others. Little threaded number there. Sorry, it's not a machine thread, it's sort of like a self-tapping arrangement. What a coarse thread. Same with that one. Little short ones, 10mm long or something. There we go. Let's pull him out. And I shall just put the guts of the set down there for a moment. There it is. Right. Let us switch the soldering iron on. And I shall fetch him out. Of course, that failing may have done some other damage. We're not to know. There we go. I am not even going to put that on our shiny new ESR meter because it's absolutely shot. Right. What I want, 1200 at 10 volts. Probably haven't got something like that, but we might be able to get close. What have I got? 1500 at 6.3. That's not going to be good enough. 1500 at 6.3, still not good enough. What's that? 1500 at 16, well, that's more than good enough. Capacitance is near enough, voltage is bigger. Have I got anything else a little more suitable? I've got 1000 mics at 25, which is a more sort of sensible size, look. But do we actually need 1200 mic in there? The sort of golden rule is to always go bigger with current and capacitance and voltage, but you know what, 200 mic between friends. Well, let's put it in, see if it solves our problem. If it doesn't, I shall order something right up. I'm not going to fit that 1500 mic in the available space on the board unless I can sort of fold it over or something. I might be able to fold it over, look, but let's try it. What's the worst that can happen? I'm just looking at the back of the circuit here. So the sort of left-hand side part here is ground, and the other part is fed from all these rectifiers in parallel. Okay. I dislike that idea immensely. The idea that diodes are going to be maybe closely matched enough to produce, so one isn't taking all the load, if you would make. So there's the wrong capacitor going back in. I'm just going to check those rectifiers to see if if one of them has in fact failed due to unpleasantness going on in the secondary. I want a set of cutters. Here we go. These are quite good. I bought these on eBay just before Christmas. Pregonomi quality hand tools, and they're better than the usual ones. They're only about 4 quid, 5 quid, something like that. Very nice. Right, that is the capacitor replaced. Everything else does look in good order. So is that just our problem? Let's get it back in the board. Oh, I was going to check those diodes first, wasn't I? Let's just do that now. I think my battery has just expired in that meter. Let's bring in the other one and remind myself to pick up a 9-volt battery from the supermarket. Oh, leads. Somebody invent a lead that doesn't get tangled up. I will love you forevermore. I suppose a Bluetooth is a lead that doesn't get tangled up, isn't it? There we are. Right, jolly good. Yes, that one's good. Yes, that one's good. Yes, that one's good. Interesting, there's a space for another one in there. I was looking at the other side of the print. I thought there were 4. They obviously cheating the job up and used 3. Yeah, it's charging up. So, yes. Ugh. Ah, it's just charged up. There we are. Good, they're all okay. Come on, let's put it back together and switch it on and just see what happens. Always interesting to see what's written on the back of these. TB300, 18.5 inches, something or other, bracket PCB. Well, makes reasonable sense, doesn't it? Right, we want the little screws back in. I think somebody commented on the KB thing. Oh, there's a man just an inch away from danger, because he obviously thought that when I mentioned I was putting the thing on a variac, that I was in danger of coming into contact with a chassis which could have been live, or those crop clips I was using just to connect it up. And he's exactly right, except for my variac runs through an isolation transformer as well. So not only is it a variable supply, but it's isolated from mains, so it has no earth in effect. Right. Why that's important, by the way, is it just halves the risk of us getting an electric shock, really. A normal variac is not isolated. Right, enough of that. Let us switch on. Whoa, I don't want this coming out of the bezel if I can help it. Should I just clip the bezel back on? No, not really. What I can do is just switch the supply off temporarily. Plug that in. And I'm going to point it towards, which camera should we have? That one seems to be slightly better. I'm going to, oh, it's all, oh, I see. Good Lord. It's all coming apart from the rear. Oh, where's one of those little stands I've got? These are quite good. They seem to give them away with those little sort of Chinese monitors. But because they're rubber coated, that should be a reasonable insulator. Let's try not to lean it on the backlight, which may be quite high voltage. Switching on. The light has come straight on. Do I need to push the standby button, or are we going to just do something? Oh. Hey! Look at that. It's still flashing. No! There we go. DTV air. Weak or no signal. Fair enough. I will accept that, because there's nothing connected. So there we go. What a little simple super repair. All I've got to do is clip the back on, put those few screws back in, and the job's a good one. Now to ring my brother and see if he's still got the remote. There you have it. Nice little Samsung HD TV, saved from landfill and heading that way because of a 50p component. It's not right, is it? There we go. It's a super little set. I may use it in the workshop. Don't know. Anyway, thanks as usual for watching. Thanks for Odge for providing the entertainment, and look forward to seeing you really soon here on Doz's Television Workshop. For the benefit of the cameras, it's Tascam 335. All this crap out the way of it.